DTLR, your fashion, your lifestyle.
DTLR Radio, your fashion, your lifestyle. The morning after show with your girl comedian Todd Davis is back. We are into the home stretch. We got about 45 minutes left, and I am going to spend it with one of my favorite comedians in the game, okay? So before I release the name, I got to tell you the story, right? I remember I was a little girl. My mom did not allow me to watch Def Comedy Jam. She would not let me do it, right? So I used to have to sneak and watch Def Comedy Jam. So what I would do is I would turn the TV down really low, and I would stand up to the TV and put my ear to the TV. And the person that I saw on the TV, I was like, oh my gosh, they're really funny. And I had to stop and keep looking at the TV and put my ear back. And it was none other than Gina Yashere, the first British Nigerian comedian on Def Comedy Jam.
The only British comedian. Oh wait, how old are you? What, you're making me sound like I'm 73 years old.
I lie about my age a lot. I lie about my age a lot.
You're a little girl. What are you talking about?
Okay, so I was like a teenager, but you know, but the point I'm trying to make is that I wasn't allowed to watch it. My mom was very strict.
All right.
She's very strict, military parent, and I love her very much. And you've actually helped me out. There was a stand-up that you did at Live at the Apollo.
Oh,
I
yes.
remember that. And your mom was there.
Oh, yes.
And when I watched that, it was so funny to me that I was like, wow, you know, your mom didn't support your comedic journey at first. And that's where I felt the connection. And then I met you live in person at the first annual LOL Comedy Honors in New York in August. So I'm glad to have you here. Let's talk about your epic comedic journey. What's been going on?
I've been working a lot. That's what I do. I'm just out here hustling. I'm out in the States. I live in New York now.
Okay.
When I first came from England, I went to LA because I was like, I'm coming from England where the weather is terrible. I want to, the England weather, it's kind of like a cross between Seattle and anywhere else which is super rainy and grey and horrible. So I was like, I'm going to do a comedy in the sun. So I went to LA first and I lasted a few years there, but I had to leave. I'm not Hollywood, man.
Why'd you leave?
Oh, man. For a start, I'm a comedian. I don't really care about being in movies and on TV.
Okay.
It's all good fun. I love doing it when I do it. But really, I'm a stand-up comic. That's what I want to do. If I could make $6 million a year just doing stand-up, I would never set foot in an audition room ever again. I have no interest, really. But so I was in LA and I thought I could do comedy and make my living doing comedy, and then if there's any TV stuff, I can do that on the side kind of thing.
Right.
Because I'm like, in my business, I think there's two types of comedian. There's the comedians that do stand-up just to get on TV and in the movies, and once they do, they forget about stand-up because it was just a stepping stone. I'm the other type. I'm a comedian that does the TV and the movie stuff just so more people can come out and see me do my stand-up. So it all leads back to the stand-up for me. So in LA, it was full of the other type. So that wasn't for me.
Okay.
I know. I don't want to be auditioning and trying to play the security guard on How I Met Your Mother. That is not my thing at all. I don't want to do that. So after a few years in LA and just not really doing the comedy that I wanted to do, I was like, I need to go where the people are really into the comedy.
The culture, yeah.
And New York is where it's at.
It is.
So that's where I am now.
And you know, it's funny that you say that because there's a bit of stuff going on in social media today. And I haven't talked about it yet, but I feel like this is the perfect time to do it because a lot of people tell me, hey, Ty, you need to start doing videos and you need to do this and you need to do that. And I love the stage, standing on stage in front of a live audience, like that's where I live. I mean, I do radio too, but stand-up comedy, that's the dream, that's the love first. And there's an issue going on with several comics. There's several comics that are arguing. They're literally arguing.
Ooh, who's arguing?
Okay.
Beef.
We'll talk about it offline. But they're arguing, right? They're arguing online. And one of them she's huge. She's a very big...
Is that just hilarious?
Oh, I got time, and Gina does too. She dropped the name. Well, since you did, yes.
I like her. I think she's hilarious.
Hence the name.
I mean, I don't know what her stand-up is like. I know what the beef is. I know what the beef is, and I can understand where people are coming from. Because, like, I've been in this business 20 years, and I've been working my bottom off. I've been working my bottom off to get to where I am. And this is not just a stepping stone to other things. This is my career.
Right.
And this is my art form. It's an art form. It's a viable art form. So I can understand that, you know, a lot of people with the Instagram videos and and the Vine videos where people just come and do their little 6-second things and then they blow up massively and they don't really have that, not the work ethic, but they haven't got that, they haven't put the time in, they haven't, and then so other comedians who, you know, have put their time in and not getting those same kind of numbers are not happy about it. I can understand both sides of it. You know, look, we're living in a time, social media is the way to get to people. Yeah. That's the way, you know, and I'd love to have that kind of massive social media. Listen, I would love to have 10,000 of Jess Hilarious's followers. But, you know, at the end of the day, she's funny. Her videos are hilarious. If she can back it up, on stage, then all power to her. But if she can't, well, then she has to get other comedians to open for her. And this is where the problem is when, you know, people are coming up. But then that's the thing. We're living in a time where people have got the attention span of gnats. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all 60 seconds to 60. But I go on stage, I'm doing an hour every night.
Right.
And I'm holding people's attention and making them laugh an hour every night. Not everybody can do that. But all power to her. I think she's great. I think she's very funny. I like all her videos. I think she's great. So, you know, I haven't seen her live, so I can't even make my judgment. But I knew it would be her because we're in Baltimore. She's from here, right?
Yeah,
and
she was here.
She's got like 1 million followers, right?
Oh, no. She has 2.1 million followers.
She had 1 million just last week.
Yeah, she's got 2.1 million now. And I know her personally.
Why?
I know her personally. My favorite thing of hers that she does is the Jess with the Mess. I crack up every time she does it.
It's funny as hell.
And I've also shared stages with her. I've been on shows with her. She's booked me to do her shows. And right now, this whole beef, this whole thing that's going, like, I've been tagged in it, and people are trying to get my attention. And my thing is, that's not my business. I'm doing stand-up comedy, and that is what I love to do. I have a show tonight. Gina Yashere is here in the studio. I've been waiting for months for you to be here. So I am not letting any negativity come in. I have a concussion. I'm supposed to be at home resting. I said, nope, I'll be okay. I got to see my girl.
You're hilarious.
And
Don't let me be the reason you die.
Here.
Well, yeah, look, I'm all about positivity, supporting other comedians doing their thing. Look, everybody has their own routes of how they get to success, and if that's her route, as long as she enjoys what she's doing, she works at it, she's not playing at it, this is what she wants to do and she's working at, well then all power to her, man. She's built a following by doing consistently hilarious videos. I can't even knock that.
Hilarious.
I can't knock it. Her stuff is consistently funny.
And you know, and the thing is, I try to get people to realize, I have a lot of people that are tuning in to the show. A lot of people love you so much. And like I think the problem is that people focus on the journey of others. And while I commend her, I see her doing her thing, and I'm happy for her. I'm proud of her because she's only 25. She's only 25.
I was about to say that. Yeah. 25.
Young.
I hate you, Jess Hilarious.
Darn you.
I hate you.
But she's doing her thing, and everybody's like, oh, well, you need to do what she does. No, that's not my journey.
That's her thing.
That's her thing.
I love the social media. I'm all about Instagram. I love it. But I listen, sometimes you just hit something and it just blows up. And I just don't understand how it all works. I'm an older generation. I was like, you work, you get really good at what you do, and then you make what happens happen. So this whole social media thing is still kind of new to me. I am enjoying it. I put my videos on Instagram.
I've been seeing you doing more videos and stuff.
Exactly.
I love it.
I've got a thing where I review all my hotel rooms. When I stay in hotel rooms, I review every single hotel room I stay in. So I'm hoping that becomes a thing. But you just never know. I just want to keep doing comedy, and I'm making a living doing what I love. So I can't complain about that.
Listen, DTLR Nation, you've heard it. If you're just tuning in, we got Gina Yashere in the building. We're going to play some music. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk about all the stuff. You can follow her and follow us.
I want Jess Hilarious
working
followers
in the city tonight. You gotta stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes on DTLR Radio, your fashion, your lifestyle.
All right, this is a totally different perspective now you're giving me on this.
DTLR Radio, your fashion, your lifestyle. That was a very fitting song to come back with Gina Yashere on. That was that T. Greasley win. So listen, we were talking offline about what's going on with the fight and the beat that's going on with Just Hilarious, and I got time today, and y'all know what it means when Todd Davis has time on DTLR Radio. So we were chopping it up offline, and I wanted to ask you, when you were here, had this ever happened to you? It's happened to me. This is what the argument is about on social media. It is about other comedians taking other comedians' material and doing it on stage and pawning it off as their own. I've had it happen to me personally, and I have only pulled up one person. I only pulled up one person for doing it because they actually did it while I was standing in the room.
It doesn't matter whether you were there or not. Stealing other comedians' material is a no-no. It's theft. Then you're not a comedian.
Say it again, please.
It's a no-no. It's theft. You are taking money out of my pocket. That's what you're doing. When you're stealing my material, you're taking money out of my pocket. You're belittling the art form. Okay, so as I said earlier, I love what Jess Hilarious does. I love her videos. I like all her stuff. But if she's stealing other material from other comedians, then no, that's a no-no. It's not right. It's wrong, Jess Hilarious. I'm going to say it. It's wrong. You should not be doing that. You shouldn't be doing it. Like, you're not a comedian then. You're an actor. You're reciting someone else's lines. That makes you an actor, not a stand-up comic. If you want, look, you're very successful now. If you're that successful and you're getting all these bookings, pay someone to write for you.
Yeah.
Don't steal. Go get a writer and pay them to write for you. I will not disrespect you for getting a writer to write for you if you're not a writer and you're a performer. But she sounds like she's a good writer. Those videos are funny. And if she's not stealing those from other people, then she's a good writer, so she should be able to create her own stuff. But no, stealing out of the... Listen, you have to stand up and be counted. If someone's stealing your material, you need to stand up and be counted to wipe this out.
So you feel like it's a comedian's responsibility?
Responsibility.
So like I've had it to me, like I said, there's tons of people I've never said anything to them.
Say it. Just like the whole Harvey Weinstein thing going on, if nobody says anything, he's going to carry on doing that stuff forever. Right. You got to stand up and say, this is wrong, this is not to be done. So no, you got to stand up. Look, I've done it. I stood up against one of the biggest comedians in the world. Russell Peters is one of the biggest comedians in the world. And I stood up and said, yeah, that guy stole my jokes. And I confronted him several times. And he admitted it.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to stand up and be counted and say, yeah, he is successful. He could. Listen, he can't mess with my career because I make my own career. I don't rely on nobody to make me successful. So I wasn't worried about it. So a lot of comedians he's stolen from were too scared to come out and say anything because he's so famous and they think he could hurt them. But I don't care. You stand up and be counted. You know, if I have to sacrifice something, then it has to be done. But it's right.
What's for you is for you. So
don't steal. Don't steal.
Don't steal. Listen, I've decided, like, it's happened to me so many times that I've just been like, you know what? Ty, you gotta write stronger material, you gotta go harder. And a lot of people have said to me, you need to say something to them. And just like what you said, the people that have done it to me have been in the game like 20, 25 years. And I'm like, well, you know, if I say something to them, then they're probably gonna feel like, you know, whatever, you're new and this is just what happens. And I just go back and I write more material. But there was someone that done it to me.
They'll keep taking. You keep writing and you don't say anything, they'll keep taking. Like Russell Peters will think twice about trying to take my stuff again.
All right, well, it looks like I got some phone calls that I need to make today, Scotty. I got to let people know, put them on notice, like, hey, homeboy. And that's the worst part about it. Like, most of the people that have taken my material, there's been a couple chicks, but most of them that do it are guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Why are you stealing from a girl? Why are you stealing at all?
They're stealing from another comedian.
Like,
don't look at yourself like that. You're not a girl, you're a comedian.
It's hard to come up with this material. Like, it's my stuff. Why would you take that?
Because it's good. And they're lazy. They're good and they're lazy and they're trying to take the shortcut to success by not putting the work in and just taking what's already been created. And this is why we have to stand up against that.
And you know what? I'm going to do that. And speaking of stand-up, because you are going to be doing stand-up tonight. You were here last night. You're going to be here tonight and tomorrow at Magooby's
baby.
Joke House. Listen, if you're in the DMV, there's a lot of stuff that's going on this weekend. But if you are a lover of comedy, you are a lover of the culture of comedy, and you are a lover of Gina Yashere like I am, Magooby's tonight.
And even if you're not a lover of Gina Yashere, come through. You will end up a lover of Gina Yashere. And trust me, you ain't gonna be hearing nobody else's material but mine.
Hey.
And if you feel like you've heard it before, that means somebody is stealing my stuff.
Stealing.
Stop.
So what time are the shows tonight?
I have no idea. I think that's 7:30 and just go on the website.
Go on the website. You go on Magooby's.com.
Get your tickets.
October 20th, which is today, and let me see. Tomorrow.
I've got two shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. I think they're like 7:30 and 9:30, something like that.
Okay.
But come out. It's going to be fun. Listen.
And they can follow you too. Tell them where to find you on social media.
You can follow me on social media because I'm trying to get at least 1,000 of Jess Hilarious's followers. So at Gina Yashere, GinaYashere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or just go to my website, GinaYashere.com. I'm easy.
Look, go to Magooby's.com. You can go to Gina Yashere on Instagram. Of course, I'm on Instagram at comedian Ty Davis. We are going to do a video together.
Let's do it.
And we're going to find a way. We're going to get some of Jess Hilarious's followers to follow us. I got time for that today.
Yes, come on, Jess. Give up some of them followers, man.
I need some of that 2.1 million.
2.1 million.
2.1 million. And I knew her. I met her when she was building that following up when she only had like 10,000 followers.
Look, I appreciate her work ethic and I appreciate what she's done. But come on, Jess. Put the work in, write the jokes or get someone to write the jokes. You're good at what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't need to do that. Why?
Like she's an amazing personality. Like she can do all of that. But
don't steal.
Be original.
Don't steal from other people.
Be creative.
Man.
Sure, you can pay it. We'll write for you. You can pay me. I'll write for you. Pay me.
Well, there you go. There you have it. There you have it. Now I'm gonna have to go online and look at this beef and see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna show it to you as soon as we go on here. Listen, DTLR Nation, we had Gina Yashere in the building. We're still gonna chop it up. We got a lot more music. We got about 25 more minutes left. If you want to call in and talk to Gina Yashere, 410-487-8910 is the number to call. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Keep an eye out. I'm going to be shooting a Netflix special next month.
Ooh.
So I'm going to be out there soon. I'll be getting at least 12 followers from that.
You might need somebody to open up. I'm just saying. Listen,
I got you, Ty Davis.
Yeah, you heard it.
I got you.
Morning After Show on DTLR Radio. Your fashion, your lifestyle.